Today I have with me Neelu, who is from Bihar but currently she is living in Punjab. So I got Neelu's message a couple of days ago, and now we are here to discuss a topic that is brain rot. So before we continue this session, let's introduce ourselves, shall we?
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Neelu and currently I'm living in Punjab, but basically I'm from Bihar and I am pursuing post-graduation diploma in computer application. This is all about me.
Nice. Neelu, can you please tell us what brain rot is? Because this is our today's topic.
Yeah, so the topic is quite interesting because everyone is familiar with social media. So
Hmm.
brain rot is a term of like consuming lots of content on the social media,
Hmm.
spending too many hours scrolling reels. So uh, this is quite what
It's
we can say. This,
disturbing for our brain, or it's not helpful, or it's harmful actually.
yeah, it is not like we don't get the proper nutrition and the meaningful study material if we scroll unnecessary things.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I think all the social media platforms are made in a manner that they just want you to keep you on their platform, right? You just have to mindlessly scroll.
So how we can overcome it? Like if someone is scrolling it continuously, and
Hmm.
if students are not able to focus on their study, so
Mm-hmm.
what we can do? How
You
we
are
can?
asking this question to a wrong person because I struggle with that a lot. But I think we can reduce our screen time. That's one thing. For example, if you are struggling with your screen time, set a timer that only this particular period of time I'm going to give it to Instagram or maybe YouTube, and be mindful of what you are consuming, because the short form of media is made in a manner that they want you to keep hooked, right? So watch podcast instead of short videos, subscribe to only those people whom you are interested in. That's one part, being mindful whom you are following. Second, decide what you are going to watch today or read today. For example, for the past 5 years, I have been struggling with that. My relationship has been like this. Sometimes I'm able to control it, and sometimes I'm not able to. So I have noticed a pattern. When I'm able to control it, is the only time when I'm reading a lot. You know, maybe uh, or watching longer form of media. So that's how I control myself, is staying away from social media, or just going to that again and again. How about you? How's your relationship with it?
I feel that watching unnecessary thing is not gonna help for the future. If you are
Hmm.
not aware about your aim, your dream, so still you should watch some useful content which can help you in the future, I believe. So
Yeah.
even though when I was in my 10th standard or 12th standard, I was not aware about my aim, but I
Hmm.
started watching some useful content which can help me further. So uh,
Hmm.
I was not aware English will be become so much like important language. So I
Hmm.
started from my 10 to improve my English and typing. Like I'm also quite interested in typing. So like hopefully that can help me now.
Yeah. And what kind of things do you type?
I like on keyboard my typing speed is 45 word per minute. I don't type anything
Hmm.
like it is my interest, but now I think I get job in typist. There is demand in every sector, so that's why I
Hmm.
say
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
you are not aware about your aim, but don't watch the unnecessary content. Just focus on something that can give you benefit in the
Yeah,
future.
I totally get your point. I mean, it's not easy to figure out what you want to do in your life, but when you are
Yeah.
on social media, you start comparing yourself with others. You see why these people are successful and why I'm not doing anything with my life. And we always forget that they have put some kind of effort. That's why they have reached to that level. That was the exact reason why I also started my YouTube channel, because I was done with consuming part. I was consuming a lot, so I thought, you know what, this is the time I should start something, start producing something. So what was that one thing that changed your mind, that I'm not going to scroll, I'm going to be mindful of media consumption? Can you give
Exactly.
us a moment which happened with you, like uh,
What? Which moment you
I'm
are talking about?
I'm asking about you. Which was the moment when you decided that I have to mindful of my media consumption? or going on social
Like
media?
it is in my nature. It is in my nature when like I am very less on Instagram. I don't use that much. On WhatsApp also I don't use that much. Like I
Hmm.
have to set my mind that Kinilu,
Hmm.
you cannot watch unnecessary thing. It is not gonna give you anything. So I don't see what other peoples are doing. I try to focus on myself. It is like my own subconscious mind
Yeah,
says that.
subconscious mind.
Yeah,
Hmm. Actually, the thing is that instead of mindlessly scrolling, we can choose a skill. In your case, it was typing, and I also learned typing. I love the sound of keyboard. So when I was learning English mindfully, I decided to, keep on typing mindlessly. Then I improved my typing speed around 60 word. At some period, it was 60 word per minute, right? And then I started writing my YouTube script or my book reviews. So it also helped. So learning skills can be really helpful. What do you think? Instead
exactly.
of going, hmm. And
Exactly.
what about your friends? Do you like to talk to them on social media or in real life? Which one is the better one?
The better one is, of course, on in real life. I love to talk to them. I enjoy them. I do fun with them, and I learn.
Hmm.
And we like. I also want to improve my English as much as I can because English is very huge content. Like, so more we will involve into this, more we are gonna learn. So,
Hmm.
like,
Exactly.
what is it? Jan Bujkar in English, knowingly.
Intentionally,
Intensely, we fight
intentionally.
in English. Intentionally, I fight in English. I do fun with my friends so that I can enhance
Hmm.
myself more.
Yeah, you are doing great. And one more thing, before we continue this topic, I would love to know about your hobbies. What do you do in your free time?
I love singing. Yeah, the singing was my only interest, but I think now I love to listen to the music.
Yeah. And I see you are speaking quite well. So how long have you been learning and like what are the practices you do? What are the few practices that you can share with our viewers?
I must say that people say the grammar is important and the
Hmm.
speaking part is important. I must say that both are important for the English.
Yeah.
So if I want to tell my journey of English, when I passed out my 10th standard, I
Hmm.
started using English speaking apps. Like it was Buddy app, now it is banned in India.
Hmm.
So on that time, I was not knowing the grammar, how to use
Okay.
tenses, how to use preposition, adjective, uh, this kind
Hmm.
of thing I was not knowing on the time. So when I was talking on Buddy Talk app, a girl asked to me, "Have you ever come to Shimla?" She was from
Hmm.
Shimla. So
Yeah.
I disconnected that call because on that time I was not aware about the meaning of has, have, that kind of
Hmm.
tenses.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I just searched it on Google. I learned the tense, and then I speak more about the conditional tenses.
Hmm.
If I have to speak about the future, what kind of rules I have to use on this. So this is how I just involve myself into English. I learned grammar also. I was speaking wrong, although I was
Hmm.
speaking wrong, but when I was speaking, I noticed people words, what words they use, what tense they use. I just searched those things on YouTube, and this is how I enhance myself.
Yeah. I think this is the way we should do. Observe the language and surround ourselves, right?
Exactly. And second point, I will say, like, whoever is watching this video, guys, if you don't know English, use Hindi and English both.
Hmm.
So when I was in my 10th or 12th standard, so there were private school students also there. I was
Hmm.
using like your bag is getting. Can you
Hmm.
push that null for me? So they were
Hmm.
translating this for me, like your bag is getting, your bag has fallen down. They were
Okay.
translating the sentence for me. So this is
Hmm.
how I just boost my English.
So you mentioned that translation is good, but don't you think instead of translating in our head, we should think in English? It can be challenging for the first month or a couple of months, but
No,
eventually you will understand the point.
I am saying we no need to translate.
Yeah.
Other person will translate a
Hmm.
part instead of us. Like if
Okay.
something I'm not aware about the sentence, Like your
Hmm.
bag is giring. I said
Hmm.
your bag is giring. English is
Hmm.
also there, Hindi is also there, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So if
Yeah.
I'm not aware about what is the giring means, girna,
Hmm.
giring. Casual word is
Oh, you are giving.
yeah. Your bag is giring. Giring is the like a casual word. We say girna na.
Okay.
आपका bag गिर
Yes.
गया
Yes.
है.
Yes. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
I'm not aware about what is the meaning of girna, so my
Hmm.
friend will tell me
Okay. Okay.
your bag
Mm,
has fallen down.
interesting. Interesting. I mean, this is how we used to make fun of our teachers, right? When they asked us to speak in English in school.
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. All right, but I don't think that's good way to do. But if it
Not
works for you,
every
then you
time.
can try.
Not
Yeah,
every
but
time.
if it,
It is like
hmm,
it is just a small part. If you
all right.
want to boost your English, then of course you have to study books also. You have to focus on listening part, writing part, all the part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything is important. Yeah. Okay. Another question. Are you aware of this thing called digital detox?
Digital
Digital
detox.
detox. Yes. It means taking a break from social media or digital media screen.
Okay.
So have you ever tried staying away from social media consciously that you know what? I don't want to be there for a moment or for a week.
Yeah, I have tried and I have achieved that also. I just
Hmm.
uninstalled the Instagram. I don't watch reels on
Reels.
there.
Hmm.
But when I open YouTube, I started watching reels there. If I will
Yes,
uninstall Instagram, then it
exactly,
is like
exactly.
trap our mind
Hmm.
easily. We
Hmm.
go
Hmm. Hmm.
trapped.
Yeah, and you have to be really strict on yourself if you want to get rid of this bad habit, right? I mean, it also happens with me all the time. If I have uninstalled Insta, then I come on YouTube and I start mindlessly whatever comes on my feed. But I think if I have a book on my table or where I'm sitting, then I think you know what, instead of doing that, I can pick that book and read that.
Yeah, exactly. We should have firstly aim, then we can like step by step we can achieve that. Without aim, of course, you are gonna waste your time and nothing you are gonna do.
And your potential also, like we all have potential, but we are not able to figure it out or put
Exactly.
in the work. Yeah. So tell me, what are your goals? Like, do you have anything that you want to do this year or upcoming years?
Yeah, I have just my goal is like I want to be a typist. That is either it is in a government sector or a private sector. So I'm
Hmm.
just aiming to crack like typing exams.
Yeah.
The upcoming exam is there like NTPC. So I
Hmm.
currently I have focused on that thing.
Yeah. So apart from typing, do you have to also learn anything? Maybe current affairs or reasoning?
Of course, we have to learn current affair, and the vacancy is so low, and the competition
Hmm.
is so high. But I think in
Yeah.
Chandigarh and Punjab, competition is not that much high.
Mm-hmm.
When I see the
I think,
cutoff,
sorry.
I'm saying when I see the cutoff, I think the competition is not high in my area.
Okay. Yeah, I was also trying to be a typist actually. I have tried it. But then my typing improved, but not my reasoning part. I was not able to solve questions quickly. And GK, my general knowledge sucks. So I thought, you know what? I should go with English. Let's try something in English. And if it works, then then if it doesn't work, then we will do something else.
Okay,
All
but
right.
there are
Yeah.
some content where you can watch the quality content where you can learn about the reasoning if you are not interested in that.
Yeah.
If
Now I
you
am interested. Now I'm interested because I think I have acknowledged the fact that I'm a slow learner. So earlier I was really harsh on myself. If I was not able to understand something, I gave up easily. But now I think I should give enough time to myself. That's what I try to do.
just think in your mind, don't think like you are a slow learner or don't tell anyone your negative qualities. Just think like that you can do anything. The life is temporary, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
if you really want to achieve your goal, there should be no obstacle. Be positive, and this is how things go.
Yeah, but in my case, it's really difficult to be positive. I belong to that spectrum, always on the pessimistic side. But yeah, I acknowledge it that I need to put in the work. So I'm trying it. I'm trying it. Okay,
Okay.
another question. Like we have to wrap it up now. So if you have to give some suggestions to the youth or to the people who are struggling with social media, what will you tell them that how can they stay away from it?
Uh, because everyone knows here that the content is whatever the content the viewers are watching, it is not
Hmm,
gonna benefit what
hmm,
other people are doing. It is not gonna benefit to them.
hmm.
So I
Yeah.
will just tell them, please don't focus on what others are doing. Focus on yourself. Do things alone. Be confident, and
Hmm,
just say it repeatedly that you can do it. Just have a aim, talk to so many people, just ask them, take the ideas, and just concentrate on what you are doing.
yeah. So
That's
having a goal is very important, right?
exactly, having a goal is very important. If you don't have any goal, but still I will say that see something useful.
Hmm. All right. Is there anything that you want to ask before we wrap it up?
So I want to know, like, how did you start English learning?
Yeah, in my case, it was never a conscious decision that I want to learn this language. But after I passed class 10th, I joined and I joined a coaching center where everybody was talking in English. So I thought, you know what, I should also try. I was already interested in movies, books, so I started consuming a lot. Lockdown happened, and I used to watch a lot of web series, anime, like animated shows, and that
Okay.
helped me with the comprehension of this language. And recently, about 6 to 7 months ago, I started my YouTube channel. Like I had started my YouTube channel earlier than that, but I was only talking about books. Then I had a conversation with Santa ma'am. She's really popular here, and after talking to her, I got this idea that I can also do it. So since then, I have been recording, and now I'm creating solo videos, and I teach English online. So
Okay.
I create content like that so that people can approach me. I give them private classes and group classes. So with learning, I'm also teaching. So it's a great combination, learning and teaching.
Yeah, involving
Hmm.
yourself into you, like you're completely you. You really have focus on something, whatever you want to do. This is great
Hmm.
thing. We should all do
Yeah.
like you.
Not like me, but you should have a goal because I get really pessimistic sometimes, but having a goal is important. As you said earlier, that if you
Mm.
have a goal, your mindset will be clear that today I have to do this many work and I have to learn this thing. So having a
Mm.
deadline really pushes you.
Exactly.
It was lovely chatting with you, and I hope we can do it in future also. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And thank you so much for giving me this chance. I really wanted to talk to you because you are from Bihar. And I feel like
Mm.
when I talk to somebody who is from Bihar, like they are my own relatives. So this
Yeah.
is nice talking to you.
Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah. All right then. Bye.
Bye.